It has been extremely hot here in San Antonio, and it's been the 90s. It's supposed to be getting over the hundreds pretty soon, and the pool's been down, which is even better. But we're gonna write a song today, so let's make some coffee. I actually would prefer iced coffee over hot coffee, but we can't be picky. We got work to do, and this is what we got. And the coffee is brewing. And we're actually gonna kick off the day with some music, of course, before we start writing. And what better for some coffee than some Miles Davis. It's good stuff. So the good thing is that while I was still living in LA, Joseph Chacon on keyboard and myself, we recorded a bunch of songs. And when I moved to San Antonio, I started mixing them. The first one, Island Girl, is going to be out in about a week. So we got to start recording some new stuff. And that's what we're going to be doing today. And probably for the next week is just writing and figuring out this new song called Polaroid. Yeah, because we got to get some new stuff in the can and figure out how we're going to do remote recording, which I've never done. And we'll get that figured out. Here we go. So a lot of times with when I'm writing a song, at least I'll start on an acoustic guitar, and then I'll kind of get like a feeling or a tone and start coming up with little random lyrics here and there, little parts, and then piece that together. This song, on the other hand, I kind of already had an idea for a story of a dude who can't get over an old relationship, an old flame, and he has this one Polaroid picture that he keeps going back to. And yeah, it's kind of a sad song, but that's what we're working with. So we have this story, and we need to reverse engineer and come up with chords that will fit that tone, fit that story. And I kind of have this circular pattern in C# that I want to open it up with. But at this point, I don't even like that. So that's just what happens. We're gonna scrap that. I think we'll keep the chord structure, but I'm actually thinking instead of an acoustic, a really present acoustic, I think I want to do with this in electric. So I think it would be better if we did this in like a reggae style, upstroke, something like that. And I think ideally we would do it on, say, like a Strat, but that's not really an option. What we have, I have a Les Paul, so which was a gift from my family when I graduated college. So we'll use that because that's what we got. It's actually the same guitar I use to record the Calico songs. Probably the same strings too. So hopefully they sound good still. So at this point, we have some electric guitar recorded, and we'll sample that. We have some bass, and we have drums, we have some background acoustic, and then yeah, so here's what it's starting to sound like. Electric, bass, then we'll add in the acoustic, and some drums. So yeah, at this point, we just need to finalize some lyrics and go from there. So this is a beat up lyric sheet. I've been going back and forth, finalizing these lyrics. Finally, I get, now that the lyrics, the beats per minute are all kind of finalized, Joseph can go ahead and start working on his piano parts, which even if I end up needing to re-record, some guitar parts or some vocals, it's gonna stay in the same key and it's gonna stay the same beats per minute, so his piano parts typically will still work. So this is what he gets, just the key changes. He'll get the verses, the choruses, pre-chorus, whatever, and then he'll make himself a sheet like this, just a music sheet, so he knows where he's changing on the piano and what to expect. So at this point, he's still working on his piano parts. So once we get those back, we'll put them in the mix, and we'll just kind of finish out the vocals, and we'll start on the mixing and mastering process.
Well, I can't go back, and that's clear to me. And I can't move on if there's nowhere to be. Now I'm so much older, I still look things over so much. Our last Polaroid is faded through. It's all I have of you. You drive.
Alright, so now we're in the mixing and mastering process. We have everything recorded. We've added in all the electric pianos. We've added in marimba at this point. We just have to make decisions in this process on what's going to stand out, what's going to be at what level. We're going to use equalizers to do that and compressors to get sounds to sit where they're supposed to. And so one of the decisions, one of the last things that we did was when we were adding in the piano, we added in the marimba. We end up saving those, and they come in on the pre-chorus, which is really where the song takes a turn. The character, who kind of is like this cocky character, he's playing the girl. He starts having regrets here. He starts wishing he can go back in time, make changes and stuff. But obviously it's too late. We want to have some kind of looming piano there, some kind of a gut feeling for this dude in the song represented with these instruments. Sometimes when you're mixing a song or you've been sitting there for a while listening to it too many times, you have to take a break. Otherwise you'll get what's called ear fatigue, and you start making bad editing decisions. So whenever that happens, I feel like I've been sitting there for too long, I'll come out here and take Donna on a walk. She's the biggest critic anyway. Oh, boo-boo. Hey. Yeah, so really got to be careful too with this heat. Anything really over 80, 90 degrees, the dog can get real tired, so she just stopped walking, and she was standing in the shade, and she didn't want to. We're on the 3rd floor, so she doesn't want to walk up those steps, ready to pass out. Now basically we just need to export it. We need to send it to DistroKid. DistroKid takes the song, and they're the ones who send it out to all the places where you can hear a song, like Spotify or YouTube or Amazon, all those different things. And a bunch of them I've never even been on. I think Pandora, if you still use Pandora, it's on there. iHeartRadio, a bunch of different stuff. But anyway, that's Polaroid in a nutshell. Hopefully that gave you a better sight as to what goes into recording a song. And when this song will be out in a few months. So I can't wait, and we'll see you then.
You drive me wild. You drive me wild. Whoa, 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 Polaroid. You drive me wild.